relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show, we about to get live, let's go. It's the Danny Brown Show, sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show, we about to get live, let's go.
Yo, what's up, though? Coming to y'all live from YMA Studios here in beautiful Austin, Texas. It's the Danny Brown Show. I got the booth boys with me. What up, fellas?
Hey.
Oh, yeah, we got a booth girl, too. My bad. What's up, Nina?
What's up?
Yeah, man, happy to be back. Finally just finished first leg of the tour. It was fun running around seeing everybody, man, but happy to be back. I missed you guys. I will say that. I'm happy to be back, man.
Danny, it's always great having you in here.
Yeah, and we got special guest today, man, under the CimaFunk, man. How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. Good.
Thank you for pulling up, man.
Thank you for having me.
So how Texas been treating you, man?
It's always great, bro. It's always great. I've been here since 2019, coming on back, and always is an amazing city.
Yeah, I will say, man, I've been doing my homework on you, man, and you having a fucking amazing show, man.
Yes, thank you, brother.
I would definitely have to come see you live one day, man. Because, I mean, it's so fucking tight, man. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, how many hours of fucking rehearsals y'all doing, man?
Not much, actually.
Really?
Not much. We made that at the beginning, but then my team, we are together since long, so we know how
just
to communicate.
Straight professionals, man. That's all that is, man. And it's just such a fucking genre fusion, man, to see that translate over here in the States, man. That's just fucking amazing, man. Like, so coming from Cuba, man.
Yeah. That's the crazy stuff. The Afro-Cuban music has always been in the American groove. So the people feel it. They feel that they understand the stuff even when they don't understand the lyrics.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about it to me, man. Because even because y'all jamming. Y'all some funky motherfuckers, man. So just to see that shit, man. I watched the Tiny Desk too.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all bodied that shit, man.
That was good.
Like how, like, man, like.
That was early, but good.
Yeah. So you working on some new shit now?
Yes, sir. And this year coming out a new album.
Okay, what's the name of the album?
No, yeah.
Okay, you can't.
I'm gonna come back to give the stuff. But yeah, it's coming out. I already finished the mastering.
Oh shit.
So I'm now working in the design and everything.
You recorded in Cuba?
No. Everything record here.
Oh really?
I record all around. When I'm touring, I made the production everywhere that I am. And then I start to fix the details in the studio. So. Because I'm touring, so I do the album during the tour.
So you just rent different studios everywhere, or mostly?
Yeah, but I travel with my setup. So
okay.
I travel with my sound interface, my controllers and stuff. So I produce in the hotel, in the park, or in the studio, wherever I am. I always making music.
When I was touring, man, well, I recently just did a tour recently, but it's been my first time doing it sober. So when you're sober, you kind of got like a lot of time on your hands because you got to be partying and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I just now started to work on music on my downtime.
Yes, sir.
And it's a journey, I will say, because sometimes, you know, you in a hotel room and you just bored, like, oh, let me work on some music. So, so how was it, like, for the most part, it's just like doing a bunch of demo shit and then get to the bigger studio and...
Sometimes I just made the song. Most of the song of this album have been done in that way. I got my stuff, so I produced the song fully, and then probably I record the vocal in another microphone in another studio, forget the quality. But most of the song came out fully from my computer.
Oh, but first production used a lot of live instrumentation, right?
No, my first production, Terapia, was mostly a lot of live instrumentation. But after that, El Alimento and this album always have been more MIDI scenes. So I text to my friends and musicians to record some notes, and they send me back. I start to edit, and I start to cook the stuff.
So what you produce with?
I produce, most of this album is my production.
I mean, like what like software or like
Ableton.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Ableton is fucking for the win, man. Everybody, I've just now started to get. I've been more like a hardware guy, like the MPCs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, man.
But I'm just now trying to get.
Ableton is insane.
These kids, man, I swear I've been working with a lot of, guys that are younger than me, and they just, all they know is Ableton. And it's like, man, to see the things that they can do with that shit is like...
It's too infinite. It's infinite.
There's no limitations with it. Like, and that's why sometimes I think limitations breed creativity in some sense. Like when you're working with this, but seeing the way they just work with Ableton, it just makes me want to just get better at it, man.
Yeah, man, yeah.
I just now finally finished my home setup. like that I got. I've been
Congrats.
really working with. Yeah, it's just fine. When you find, you always get. I told myself I'm not buying nothing else though.
Yeah,
I got to put a
That's
cap.
a lie. That's a lie. Trust me. You're gonna spend a lot of money all the time.
It's always something new coming out.
Yeah.
Some VST, some plug-in.
It's a
and you're
vice.
like,
It's a vice.
It is, man. And
a
then-
healthy one.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely it's better than fucking spending my money on fucking smoking and drinking like I used to. So to put it into the music. But do you find it like being traveling and, being in certain places and working on music, did that breed like a creative? Did that give
Definitely, 100%. Yeah, this album have a lot of, is after my first album, this album have a lot of my experience during the tour, my people that I met, things that happened to me, things that I was waiting for happen to. And yeah, this album is about that. It's traveling the world. We have been in Australia, Japan a couple times, and all the last year have been like a lot of travel. So it's a lot of experience meeting new people and having situations with different types of people and stuff. So it's great for the music.
So what was your favorite place you've been to? Like far as like seeing like people digging the music that you wouldn't really expect, kind of. What was a surprise for you? Like, damn.
It's always happened the same. Always in the live show, the people I don't know, but in Japan was insane.
Yeah.
This last year, we played in Summer Sonic, and man, that was crazy because it was a record of heat. So people was fading in the
I think your
crowd.
music vibes with the heat though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We got my trombone player. She left the stage because she was too hot and she was like fading out. And a lot of Japanese people that never hear the music, they was getting crazy in the crowd. It was across to the beach and the people was just jamming and sweating and fading and the ambulance taking people.
Oh shit.
Some kind of stuff, and they was crazy after that. And was insane because these people are disciplined, so they read everything about me.
Yeah.
They check all the information, that stuff, and all the fans grew up in Tokyo just in one day. It was crazy.
Oh shit. Yeah, I haven't been in Japan, man. I need to get out there.
Yeah,
man.
this is totally different, but they are beautiful people
because they really love the music. That's one
Yeah.
thing I would say first. Like like here in the States, it's more about people get caught up in the aesthetic of it.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's who you are, and they get involved in your life and social media and all that shit. But it feels like in those other countries like that, they don't care about nothing else but the music. Like,
No, and they read the stuff. They read all about us, and they are really fun. Always, they have been really fan of Cuban music.
Yeah.
People say that timba, that is a Cuban music style from Cuba, the best one that play timba after Cubans are Japanese.
oh shit.
So it's like they are really disciplined with the thing that they like.
You also worked with one of my idols who I really fucking look up to, George Clinton. Man.
Yeah, man.
How did that come about, man?
That was crazy, brother. That was crazy because I always been admiring George. So I think that was the pandemic time too, that people was more calm. So I reached to him. My team, my manager reached to him. Everybody was and we get a contact. And we send the old music that I was doing, that I do before. And he liked it. He liked the concept of the funk and the concept of the Afro-Cuban.
Yeah,
and since then, which has been tight every time collaborating and making stuff.
Dr. Funkenstein right there, man.
Yeah,
like,
pure.
so you was a huge Parliament fan?
Yeah. This guy is pure wisdom.
Yeah.
It's more than music. It's everything, visual, aesthetic, pop, everything. Most of the thing that we got now, like grooving and enjoying, is part of Funkadelic foundation.
And then it's so crazy how he's breeded so many subgenres just off all the things he did. Like with the whole like West Coast hip hop, they just pretty much predominantly sample funkadelic shit, and just from me being from Detroit, they recorded a lot of that stuff there.
Yeah.
And just hearing all the stories about all the shit that they was doing, man. And then first I felt like they was just like the first like alternative black guys, kind of like taking it further than just wasn't trying to be cool, was just being themselves. And it made people like, man, and I really gravitated towards that. I got in the park. I mean, it's like everybody. When you start making beats, you sampling and shit, you raid your fucking parents' record collection and shit. And I came across Maggot Brain.
Yo.
And I was like, fuck, I didn't know that niggas could make some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit.
That's a masterpiece.
Because we always hear like, Atomic Dog or, stuff like that played at parties and stuff like that. But I never knew he'd made shit like that. Like, it was like, fuck, just with the guitars and all that kind of shit. Like, man, so.
He's one of the most sampled artists from all times.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, he breeded so many subgenres. Like even, even sometimes like when Jay Dilla sample a lot of Parliament shit. Like you can take it, like with his shit, you can take it in so many different directions. You
Definitely.
know? But yeah, man, the funk lives on, man. You can
All the time,
and you
bro.
carrying the torch, man. So yeah, man.
It's all around.
All right, man. We'll jump into some of these Ask Danny's, man. You can always hit me up at Ask Danny, man. That's the Danny Brown Show. That's Danny at the DannyBrownShow.com. Danny at the DannyBrownShow.com. First up, we got Booty Hole Surprise.
Ask Danny.
Hey, Danny, I love your show and need your opinion on something. I had a situation go down in my workplace. A coworker walked in on another coworker in a bathroom stall. The stall door is wide open and the other dude pretty much has his whole hand up his ass like he's searching for pocket change. So the coworker tells the whole workplace because he wanted to inform us of the dude spreading his booty feces everywhere. Long story short, the dude who was digging in his butt tried getting the other dude fired for bullying and the coworker had to apologize to the dude. Do you think the coworker is in the wrong? Kara. I mean, yeah, I think the coworker's in the wrong. Cause mind your goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? He in the bathroom. I mean, he doing that's like a private, personal place. Like it ain't matter what he doing in the bathroom. It's supposed to be like personal to him. So I mean, I would have told everybody too. Don't get me wrong. I would have told everybody you can't be digging in your booty in the bathroom and not think people ain't gonna hear about that shit. I'm like, this nigga nasty. But as far as like trying to get people fired, you know, people got livelihoods. I mean, he's just a nasty motherfucker, man. But I don't know what you think about that, man.
No, I just it's private. That's private.
Yeah, man. Like just
Let
mind your
them in,
business,
yeah.
man. That's what I think the best thing is. Just mind your business, man. So yeah, I think, you know, yeah, the coworker was in the. I mean, they both. Well, him trying to get the other person fired for bullying. He is in the wrong for that because you digging in your asshole in public, you deserve to get bullied. So I think, you know, they both in the wrong in some sense. But I mean, I don't know if I would have snitched to the higher ups, been like, yo, cuz was digging in his booty. But I would have told the other coworkers and shit, like, you know, don't shake his hand in the morning, you know, don't be dapping him up. He be doing nasty shit, you know. So, but I just would have mind my business. I just would have been. It'd have been just like lunchroom table gossip, you know. I wouldn't have snitched on him. All right. Next up, we got Controlling the Beast. Yo, Danny, so I've been seeing a girl for a few years. We live together and we get along great. The only problem so far in the relationship is I'm a certified freak from back in the day and she's definition of plain Jane in a sack. It's tough because I love the girl, but even my hand is doing kinky shit to me that she isn't open to yet. What?
Yeah. See, yeah.
Am I being selfish because I have certain needs in bed or should I just hide my freak side forever? And maybe snap and cheat with a little freak one day. Aiden. Yeah, that's a hard one, man. Because you know, when you just perverted, man, it's hard to tame that. It's hard to tame that guy when you're a nasty guy, man. So, and the worst thing you can do is keep suppressing that because eventually you're just gonna fuck around and just do something crazy, you know. But I do believe that everybody can be converted over to the dark side. I just think you just have to have a little more patience and you don't, you know, talk it out because you never know. She might be nastier than what you expect. It is a thing where people say girls are always freakier than dudes. So you just don't know. Maybe she's just not comfortable enough to let that side of her out yet. So I would say be patient, man, because you never know, man. And you can, you know, teach her some new things, you know, cross her over, man. What you think, brother?
Yeah, that's the thing. Just wait a little bit. Don't wait too much. You got only one life.
If you love her, man, yeah. Because, you know, you know, it's hard to find girls, man, that you really care about in that sense. So when you really meet a girl and you're like, oh, I love this bitch, you got to kind of hold it down, man. So you don't want to, because think about it, if you're a freaky, nasty motherfucker and you get rid of the good girl, then all you're dealing with is other nasty, freaky motherfuckers. That's a life of turmoil, man. I'm telling you, man, you're going to find yourself like, man, you're going to find yourself lonely. Like, man, none of these bitches care. They just nasty hoes, and they doing all type of shit, and you just don't want to even be involved with that. So I would say the best thing to do is suppress those urges for now, and, you know, just talk, man. Communication is the key to any relationship. So that's the best thing you can do. But I know what that's like. I've been there before.
Yeah, you got to figure it out.
It's really hard. It's really hard, man, to be a nasty guy, and you're like, oh, bitch, let's do some, you know, pee on me. She like, no, I don't really, you know. But all right. Next up, we got Fixing the Red Car. Hey, Danny, I know you out of all people could help me with this question. I don't believe there's anyone else on the planet I want to be with other than my ex, but I cheated on her and gave her an STI while we were in a long-distance relationship. We broke up, but she still talks to me every day and tells me about her life and new guys she's talking to. Do you think the relationship is salvageable, or should I focus on myself and try to move on? Thanks, Milk. I mean, you can't be out here giving bitches the bug. That's yes. I mean, if she talked to you every day, I mean, obviously she still care about you and shit, but Your nasty ass. You can't just be raw dogging everything, man. You know, so I mean, you gotta look at it like this, man. If you still love her, you know, still keep the communication open and talk to her, and you just gotta be accepting to where that takes it, you know. But I think, man, once you give a bitch the ick, it's kind of over with. So yeah, man. Prayers up for you, brother. That's the only thing I can say, man. Nasty motherfuckers, man. You see these motherfuckers with their problems. How am I supposed to help? I try my best, man. But yeah, man, that's why I used to be, I used to be a crazy guy, being on the road, you know, and things happen sometimes, but you learn, you live and you learn, man. So for the most part, I would say, man, yeah, you got to wrap it up, man. It's not the same as it used to be. It's not the 70s and shit, you know?
Yeah. Move.
They creating new diseases and shit, man. Before you know it, man, you're going to fuck a bitch and your eyeball going to fall out, man. So the best thing you can do, man, is just be safe, man, about what you got going on. All right, we got some white people shit here.
White people shit.
White people shit. White people crazy, man.
Damn.
So we gonna So hey, Danny, I'm a white dude in my mid-30s looking at a Sprinter van conversion videos. Traveler's dream. Do black dudes get into this shit? Jason, I think I talked about this before. You know about this van life shit? Where there's people on they make YouTube channels and they talk about how they live in a van and they travel around the world.
Yeah.
Do you vibe with that? Are you a guy that can live in a van?
No. No.
See, that's white people shit. So
No,
but for the most part, I think it's all fake. I think these motherfuckers don't
Probably.
be living. They always clean and shit. They don't look like, you know, if you're living in a van, that's struggles.
I tour. I know what is in the Bluetooth. It's not a place for live.
It's struggles, man. So, but these people, man, they try to make it seem like it's such a glorious way of living. They living in a van and they, you know, but no, I living in a black dude living in his van is smoking crack. No one's choosing to live in a van as a black guy. White people, you know, they like to do go on excursions, hiking and shit, living off berries and nuts, eating mad trail mix for dinner and shit. We ain't vibing like that, man. That's just not. We come from the struggle, man. Last thing we trying to do is struggle on purpose. So I will say, man, it's definitely some white people shit, living in a van, and have the means to not live in a van. You know, you're doing this by choice.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool.
No.
I almost feel like that's like, you know, they like gentrifying homelessness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to try to make it, it's some motherfuckers like, I got to live like this. It's not my choice. I live in my van. But these motherfuckers, and we all know, man, it's like, you know, there's always been like guys living in a van like perverts and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like running around trying to, you know, asking kids do they want candy and shit like that. Like, so no person want to live in a van, man. I think, but I guess, you know, some people want to, and I feel like that's dangerous too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like when you living in your van, man, it's like anything can fucking happen, man. Like, but they be out in the wilderness and shit. And you wonder why, you know, living in your van and a fucking bear come and just tip your shit over, you know, trying to take your butt nuts and berries and shit, man. But no, man. But I have seen some very pretty girls with pretty white teeth and shit. Like, oh, I live in my van. Like, bitch, you lying. You get a room every night and you just film content. So stop lying to people. It's not. Look at it.
Yeah, that skin is not the van skin.
No, man. You're supposed to be a little dirty. Your hair is supposed to look a little greasy. You can't.
Where are you washing your clothes? Like, you got to find a river or something.
They be lying. Telling me they going to Planet Fitness and shit. They be talking about they getting Planet Fitness memberships just so they can shower and shit. But I have watched this. I have watched it, man. But you know, you go down some YouTube rabbit holes, man. Look at her. This bitch does not live in her van in Mexico. She gonna get kidnapped by the cartel, man. They gonna ransom that bitch, man. Like, hold up, bitch, you living in your van? Get out of here, man. All right, we'll jump to some music questions, man. Know the beautiful thing about being a sports fan? There's only 2 days a whole year without a game. 2, with so much happening and so much action, that makes about every day game day at DraftKings Sportsbook. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something like picking a team to win. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. It really couldn't be any simpler or easier. With football season coming up, it's definitely time to get in with DraftKings. We know how last year went, and it's only going to get better right now, man. I swear. With DraftKings, it's so much fun to be able to put down on your favorite team, and you can, you know, you're watching the game within a game, man. So it's super fun. If you're new to DraftKings,
You got to check this out. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code DannyB. That's code DannyB. But new customers will get $150 in bonus bet instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. For most of the year, fancy underwear technology sounds unnecessary. But then summer hits. Suddenly streaming beads of sweat form in slimy pools in places they should. Summer's coming fast and you need to be prepared like me with MeUndies. MeUndies has something for every guy this summer. There's micromodal fabric, it's breathable and comfortable, especially the ball caddy with a special pouch. I will say the ball caddy with the special pouch is one of the best things to ever happen to underwear. It's nothing like keeping your boys intact, and it's super comfortable. Also, MeUndies has some sweet styles you always could, you can flash them, your stylists with. MeUndies has a cup for every guy with over 10 different styles ranging from boxer brief to jock strap to special pouch underwear called ball caddy. These cuts come in 100 different colors and prints ranging from black to all over dinosaurs. MeUndies' signature super soft micromodal fabric is breathable, stretchy, and oh so comfy, making it ideal for all day wear. Not happy with your first pair of undies? It's on MeUndies. Summer's coming, be prepared with MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/Danny. That's MeUndies.com/Danny for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies, comfort from the outside in.
Are there any artists or songs that people might be shocked that you listen to?
Oh man, Marvin Gaye.
Marvin, I don't think people will be shocked by that.
Yeah, check the live presentation that he made, and he sing "Ain't Nothing Like the Real World," but he sing alone, and he dedicate to Tommy Durrell, and bro, it's amazing. It's like a really shocking live video, and singing is perfect. Marvin make a perfect song. It's insane.
I think everybody that's in when you get deep into music and you're just doing your history and studying about shit, you gotta have a Marvin phase.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, man. Marvin was one of the greatest from all time. Great singer, great composer, great performance, great. It's like a genius. He was a genius.
Even if you just listen to what's going on, that
insane.
It stands the test of time to this day. Like you can put the album on, and still the same problems that they was going through back then is happening now, man. So, I pride myself on one day being able to make something that great, that can stand the test of time, that lives on way past when I'm gone and people discover. That's my goal in music now. Before I just wanted people just be like, oh, he's dope, or just try to get props like that. But now I want to be able to make an album that just lives on for way longer than that. I feel like that's what he did, man. I watched a lot of Marvin documentaries, man. He was a crazy motherfucker though, man.
Hey, he was a genius, man. People that made that kind of music in that way, they cannot be like this. They was opening the doors for us. They was dealing with their real struggles, mental, spiritual, and physical, and stuff, and social also. So the music have to come with content when you are dealing with that.
And even the crazy shit about Marvin is that certain albums he put out and people were like, it wasn't that good at that time. Now that time has passed, everybody still go back and like, oh no, that was amazing. Everything he did was great.
Everything. Yeah.
So what band or artist do you think is underrated?
Ooh, a lot, man. I don't know. It's a lot of, especially cats that have been playing for the last 15 years and stuff like that. You can find many bands that should be like a poof, blowing out. Especially for the live show that I even see. I see a lot of live shows that really impact the people that is around. But yeah, it's all depend of how they manage themselves. But yeah, it's a lot. I think that is a lot.
So what do you think it takes for certain bands or to just get over that hump?
I don't know. Sometimes they don't want neither. Sometimes they just feel cool in the place that they are, and they have time for themselves, for the family, because this is a really nice life, but at the same time you got to work a lot. If you're gonna try to get into the industry and trying to have more people and have more impact, you got to work a lot, and it's a constant work. You don't have Saturdays, Sundays. You don't have nothing of that. You're just working and creating music and playing and touring and everything. So sometimes people don't want. They just say yo, I'm fine with this. I'm enjoying a lot what I'm doing. When I come to play, I get the money that I need. I don't want. Other ones, it's just managing and contracts sometimes or team, and they don't have the proper team. I think that is many different reasons. But I know for personally that some people just don't want. They
Yeah.
just feel fine, and they say like, I know what it is the other side to be famous and stuff. And I prefer this.
Because it is, I mean, they call it the music business
Mm-hmm.
for a reason. And there's some people that just care more about the music and don't want to deal with that whole business
Yeah,
side of
definitely.
it. And it's just, because it is a headache, you know, going,
Yeah.
dealing with record labels and management and stuff like that, man. So, I mean, me personally, I'm more of just like, I'm more of a music guy. I don't care about the actual business side, but I mean, we all need money.
I like too. I like both. I love both.
Yeah.
It's a whole other stuff that is really exciting and interesting once you start to get into that, because for more time that I spend like trying to figure it out and learning new things, every time the mathematics go to one thing, music is what matters. Music is important. If you made the good song, if you made the good music, then you can just take care of what you got of your music and your stuff and trying to take it over everywhere.
So
it's-
pretty
it's-
much you just like, just make the best possible music you
Yeah.
can and put all your effort into that, and everything else will eventually work itself out.
I work in the other part too. A lot. It's not the music is the happy part, and then there's the other part that is nice too. It's nice
yeah,
too.
yeah. So what do you listen to when you're trying to work or like, you know, be creative?
Now I'm listening Lecuona. I start to listen Lecuona. It's one of the greatest composers. Also Chucho Valdez. I'm listening now more instrumental music
Oh,
than before. Yeah, especially this last month I've been listening that. But I also have Funkadelic and Ohio players in my.
Ohio players.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
I always have them there.
You with some real fly shit. That's right. Yeah, man.
uh,
So you pull a lot of experience from like older punk groups and shit like that, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I get obsessed with that, with all the musicians, the history, how they build the music, how they create the groove, how they build the groove together, how all this tribal sense that was in that moment. That you see that moment. One of the most interesting things for me is that there was a lot of bands.
Yeah.
Everybody was bands. It wasn't not so many singles artists, was bands, and then they blow out. Was many bands like really in the top at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that moment when you go out on the street and you got Funkadelic playing here, you got Ohio player playing here, you got Sly and the Family Stone in the other corner, you got this, you got Apollo people. It's like insane. It's insane. It was an insane moment.
And now everybody just doing it with Ableton.
Yeah. Now we're cracking with Ableton.
Now
like,
you just fucking doing it with
Yeah.
Ableton now. It's just like so fucking crazy, man. How far? Like I guess that it is a dying, you know, art form. Like who knows? Like 20, 30 years from now, motherfuckers might not even be playing instruments no more, man.
I think that I think that it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Everything happens in the way that have to be. You cannot go against nothing because it doesn't depend on you. We got this part in the brain that we're gonna keep moving forward. Nothing gonna stop us.
Technology gonna always win, man.
Yeah, and we're gonna adapt and we're gonna use and we're gonna crash and we're gonna buy. Everything is a cycle. For example, now we start to make live shows. Most of the festival when I started, and most of the companies that used to work with me, they was like, yo, you gotta have a small format because everybody in that moment was DJ, 2-3 people more, and I got 9 people in the stage, and I'm putting now 2 more. So everybody was like, yo, you gotta reduce the format, because it's not good for business. It's like, yo, you know, from Funkadelic, there was a lot of people, you know, and they changed the world, and they just was able to get income from that. So I just started to play at the same time. All the festival was a small format, I was a big format, and the people was crazy because they start to see something new. Mm-hmm. So I go against this fluid of because I don't know the industry stuff, and it works because there's not many competence there.
I think it's just hard to be in the band because you're just splitting the money up so many ways.
Yeah,
I think that's the biggest
thing. It's a lot of
thing.
spend. It's a lot of spend.
Well,
but you can raise your cachet, and you can just once you beat the people and you beat 20,000 in the festival, they know what you did. Mm-hmm. Once they ask you again, they talk with another festival, they talk with another guy, they talk with another time, and once they ask again, you say like, you know where you got, just you gotta put the numbers right.
Yeah, definitely, man. So what did you listen to when you was growing up?
Oh, I was listening a lot of Stevie, because my uncle have a car, and so we didn't have it's an old car, but the music system was working, so someone gave me a cassette of a Stevie, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, the Invisible album. That was the only one that was the first music of Michael that I started to listen, and I learned all the songs. Also, Lionel Richie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And a lot of Cuban music.
So that's crazy. So like a lot of the old school shit is popping in Cuba.
Yeah, of course, man, 100%. Yeah, all I don't know, Cool and the Gangs celebration.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a party song for all of us.
Yeah,
on the shop.
that's a barbecue classic.
Yeah, Air With on Fire. All the son of Air With on Fire was like in every party. Like yeah. We are too close to the States, so
Yeah.
and we was blocked, and we still blocked. So when you got this distance and you cannot you get more obsessed with that culture. So everybody was obsessed with American culture. Like what music, what this. So when I started to live and travel, I asked people from music, and they didn't know. People from America, they didn't know who was Ohio Player, for example.
Oh shit! How
And
you
like,
know?
yeah, definitely. And people didn't know who was Sonny Boy Williamson or James Emerson. All these musicians, Funky Brothers, they didn't know. I was like, we have been listening that in cassette, like stealing and sharing cassette and everything since we was kid.
Damn, that's crazy, man. I don't know, man. I always think like like it's just amazing to me how other people like from other countries and stuff just get like. You might, like you say, like you might not even understand what they saying, but you could just feel the fucking like the frequencies, the vibes of the fucking music, and you love that shit, man. So that's even just more like me. Like I've gotten to a lot of like UK music when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Like just like, cause I mean, being from Detroit, we was always like electronic music capital, like techno and fucking dance. I mean, house music and shit like that. So I was raised listening to that shit. So when I was hearing like other countries and shit, like the Berlin shit or so I loved like traveling around and just still seeing people like keeping that music alive, because it's pretty much everybody kind of doing the same shit. But you go around and you see people still getting influenced by the older shit, and it's like, man, that's like one of the dopest shits ever, man. So right, is there a song or artist that got you through a difficult period in your life?
Cool. It's a song that I get for...
No, I'm saying a song or artist that got you through a difficult period in your life. Something that just got you through. Like.
James, Sex Machine.
All right.
Like it helped me to deal with things and move forward, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that song.
James Brown, man.
I used to listen a live show of him in Montreal Jazz Fest every time before a show. Like an hour before, and I used to warm up with this music,
just pump you up.
And every time that moment that was crazy, and I was overwhelmed by the thing that was happening. I was like a tush. Get up.
Yeah, I mean you can't. James is the king, man. Like I've watched so many documentaries and everything about him as well, man. Because I mean he's like I feel like he's the start. Like a lot of people don't like even just with hip hop. Like it started with him kind of like motherfuckers been sampling Funky Drummer and all that shit forever, and just how tight he was as a band. Like even that shit, like you gotta have that shit, like dropping it on the one.
The one, man.
Yeah, the one. He was always about dropping it on the one, man. So you gotta give us props, man. I feel like everybody, like you obviously been through the school, man. You got all the history and the knowledge, man. Yeah, man. So you did your homework, man. So. Man, I'm super excited for what you about to do next, man. I'm definitely got to catch you at a live show, man. I definitely has to see that
brother.
shit, man.
Yeah, let's go.
So we'll get ready to get up out of here in a minute, man. Let's spin the wheel. Whitewater rafting.
What's that?
That's some white people shit. You ever been whitewater? Oh, you don't know what it is?
No,
I mean, these motherfuckers get in the raft. I mean, they simulate death. That's what I feel like. It's a death simulator in some sense. I mean, it looks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You're not fucking with it.
No,
and they be hitting rocks and shit. Motherfuckers be falling out the raft. It's I mean, it's dangerous. So I don't know what's the fun in this, I don't like to feel like I'm about to die at any given moment. I'm kind of paranoid with that. And one thing I am kind of like obsessed with is how I'm gonna go out. So I don't try to, like I feel like if you died whitewater rafting, no one's gonna feel sorry for you. I want to have like oh man, he went out like that. Niggas I'm like, his stupid ass. What. So yeah, it doesn't seem like a good time. It's I guess it's that adrenaline rush. Look at that shit. So yeah, no, I'm not fucking with the whitewater rafting. It's just not something you want to partake in.
No, I did it one time in
Okay.
Europe, and it was slow the water, but I really
Yeah, I'm down with tubing.
No, but I learned the lesson. It's not.
Yeah.
It's better be taking
Look
a
at them
beer
rocks and
stuff.
shit. You pop out the raft, hit your head on the rock, you die, and you're gonna be like, oh, Ain't nobody singing How Do I See Tomorrow. Ain't nobody singing no songs for you after this, man. It's highway to hell. Like, you know, it's over for you, man. So, but yeah, man. I will say, but I'm not down. You know, this is how you want to get you. Everybody got to get their rush some type of way, and everybody got to have fun some type of way. So if this is fun for you, it's not fun for me. But look, this is dangerous.
It's better to see, I think. I prefer to see it.
I'd rather watch. Yeah, I'm with you. I'd rather watch. Is it any type of like professional sporting league for whitewater rafting? Like, can you make money from doing this?
It's in the Olympics.
Oh, really?
You see?
I mean, but you don't get no money from the Olympics. They just give you a medal. I need some monetary gain. This needs to have monetary gain, you know? So, yeah. All right, man. Fuck whitewater rafting. We ain't doing that. we ain't doing that. But, yeah, it got to be like leagues and shit and be like, you know, as far as times. And I can see this being like a big popular sport, you know? But as far as like doing it for free, not me. All right, man. Thank you for coming through, man. It was such great to talk to you,
brother.
man.
To you.
Like I say, man, I can't wait to see what you do next. And I definitely got to catch you at a live show,
Yeah,
man.
man.
But thank you so much for coming through, man. It was great. Love you, motherfuckers, man. You got some shit you want to plug?
Yeah, Funk Aspirin. 100%.
All right.
Hit it.
Yeah, all right. See you, brothers, man. Love y'all. Same time, same channel. Peace.